Hey everyone. In the last few years, the whole idea of the truck gun, or any vehicle-based gun really, has absolutely exploded. And it makes sense. But let's be honest, figuring out what makes a good one can be a real headache. And that's before we even touch the tangled web of laws, which can be tricky. Now, we are absolutely going to do a deep dive video on the legal side of things very soon, so make sure you're subscribed for that. But today is about the hardware. So, what makes an ideal truck gun? We're judging these firearms on 4 key criteria. Concealability. How easily can it be stored out of sight, away from prying eyes? Accessibility. How fast can you get it into the fight if you need it? Firepower. Does it have the punch to handle a serious defensive situation? And finally, practicality. Does it actually make sense for this role? With that in mind, we've broken down our top picks into a few logical categories, starting with one of the most popular modern choices, the pistol caliber carbine. First up is a firearm that looks like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, the long-awaited Magpul FDP9, made in partnership with ZEV Tech. The magic here is in the name, FDP. The folding defensive pistol. It collapses into this compact, almost square little brick that screams discretion. We're talking about 11 by 5 inches when folded. You can tuck this into a backpack or a vehicle compartment without using a bag that advertises, "I have a rifle in here." To deploy it, you just push down on the charging handle, and with a bit of practice, you can go from folded to firing in about a second. Unfolded, it's still very compact, running about 20 inches long with a 7-inch barrel. Inside, the guts are based on a heavily modified ZEVO Z9V2 system with Gen 5 internals. It's built tough with 4140 steel and a hybrid 17-4 stainless steel slide, all coated in black nitride. For controls, you get slick, folding ambi charging handles right up front. Now, its main job is as a close quarters tool, but that 7-inch barrel is no slouch. You can comfortably ping steel out to 200 yards, which is a fantastic bonus. At an MSRP of $1,600, it's definitely a niche firearm. But for ultimate concealability and rapid deployment, the FDP9 is in a class of its own. Next, we have another transformer, the Trailblazer pivot rifle. This thing takes a completely different approach to getting small. While the FDP9 folds in half, the pivot, well, it pivots. The entire top half, including the barrel and optic rail, swings around 180 degrees to sit on top of the lower. The result is a package that sports a full 16-inch rifle barrel, but collapses down to only 5 inches longer than that barrel. Think about that for a second. Rifle ballistics in a package that's barely 21 inches long. It feeds from standard Glock 19 magazines, which is a huge plus for practicality, and the barrel is threaded for a suppressor. Thanks to a smart mix of steel, aluminum, and polymer, it weighs only 5 pounds naked. When you're ready to shoot, the collapsible stock lets you adjust the overall length from 27 to 30 inches. The sheer ingenuity here is thought-provoking. For someone who wants a true rifle that can hide in plain sight, the pivot is a fascinating and highly effective solution. Now for something a little more conventional, but no less impressive. The Springfield Armory Kuna. Developed with HS product in Croatia, the Kuna is a purpose-built PDW that, for my money, is one of the softest shooting PCCs out there. The secret is its roller-delayed action and a lightweight bolt. Unlike the harsh kick of a direct blowback AR-9, this thing just feels smooth. It makes fast, accurate follow-up shots incredibly easy. It's built from a machined aluminum upper and a reinforced polymer lower, keeping the weight down to a handy 4 pounds 10 ounces. The 6-inch barrel brings the overall length to just 15.5 inches. It ships with 2 30-round translucent polymer mags that feel rock solid. Honestly, I'd love to see a 20-round option for even better concealment in a small bag, but the 30-rounders are a great start. The controls are fully ambidextrous, and you can swap the charging handle to either side. It's also ready for accessories right out of the box with a full-length Picatinny rail, backup iron sights, and M-lock slots on the handguard. For a compact, controllable, and effective vehicle gun, the Kuna delivers a ton of firepower. Rounding out our PCCs is a fan favorite with an Eastern Bloc sole, the Palmetto State Armory AKV. Ever wanted something close to the Russian Vityaz submachine gun used by their special forces? This is it. PSA took the legendary AK platform, chambered it in 9mm, and built it around a simple, reliable, direct blowback system. But they didn't stop there. They gave it the upgrades we all want: a forged front trunnion and bolt carrier, a 10.5-inch nitrided barrel that will probably outlast you, and a Picatinny rail right on the dust cover for easy optic mounting. The little things make a huge difference here. The safety lever is extended for easier use, and the paddle magazine release is a very welcome upgrade over a standard AK. Plus, it holds open on the last round. The gun runs on CZ Scorpion mags, which are everywhere, and PSA even makes their own awesome version. The AKV just flat out delivers everything you could want from a 9mm AK, and it does it for less money than the competition. It's rugged, reliable, and a whole lot of fun. All right, let's talk about 12 gauge. This next category covers those firearms that teeter right on the edge of the law to give you maximum punch in a tiny package. First is the one that started the craze, the Remington TAC-14. This is a 12-gauge pump action that is barely not a shotgun. With its 14-inch barrel and an overall length just a hair over 26 inches, it neatly sidesteps the NFA tax stamp. Weighing in at 6 pounds, this thing is a beast made for close, narrow spaces, perfect for a vehicle or home defense scenario. What makes it special is that tactical look, a 5-round capacity, and the surprisingly comfortable bird's head grip. But the action, oh man. The pump glides on that tube like it's on ball bearings. No grit, no snags, just a smooth, tight cycle. And I love that the pump has M-lock attachment points, so you can easily add a light or a hand stop. The all-steel receiver gives it some real heft. The first time you pick it up, its dense, solid feel is a surprise. The pump, release, is easy to hit with either hand, and the trigger is crisp. When you run it, it tosses shells out with a very, very satisfying shuck. Of course, where there's a bestseller, clones will follow. Enter the Charles Daly Honcho. If you like the TAC-14 concept but not the price tag, you need to look at this. Made in the USA, it comes in at about half the price of the Mossberg 590 Shockwave, its main competitor. Like the TAC-14, it has a 14-inch barrel and no stock, keeping it off the NFA registry. One of its best features is the rubberized bird's head grip. It's tacky and gives you fantastic control. The forend is beefy and ribbed for a confident grip, and even includes a little Picatinny rail for accessories. It's got an aluminum receiver to keep it light, but a steel barrel for durability. It'll eat both 3-inch and 2 3/4-inch shells. Now let's be real, any stockless shotgun has a learning curve. But for a budget-friendly truck or trunk gun that's compact and easy to use once you're trained up, the Honcho is tough to beat. What if you want that compact size, but with a semi-auto action? Check out the Axor Arms FSS Mini. This one brings a revolutionary folding feature to the table. It folds up so small it could genuinely fit in a laptop bag. Unlike the pump actions, this is a semi-auto shotgun with a 14-inch barrel and a 5-round tube magazine. It's chambered for 12-gauge 3-inch shells. The controls are simple: a cross-bolt safety at the back of the trigger guard and a bolt release on the side. The synthetic grip and handguard keep it lightweight and easy to control. For a semi-auto that you can fold up and tuck away almost anywhere, the FSS Mini is in a league of its own, especially at its suggested retail price of just $449. For those who want high capacity without a 3-foot-long firearm, bullpups are the answer. And Smith & Wesson's entry into the shotgun world was a huge surprise. The M&P12. This thing is a monster. It's a pump-action bullpup with 2 magazine tubes. That gives you a staggering 14+1 capacity with 2 3/4-inch shells. It can handle 3-inch shells too, but for defensive use, I'm taking capacity over a little extra power every time. That's just me. To help you control it, it has 2 pistol grips, one in the back and one on the pump, both modeled after their M&P pistols, so you can even swap the back straps. The whole package is under 28 inches long and weighs about 8 pounds. But the best part? The controls are fully ambidextrous and AR-15 style, making it instantly familiar. The only real downside is the loading process. It's a bit complex, so you won't want to be topping it off in a gunfight. But with 15 rounds on tap, you hopefully won't have to. It feels a little plasticky for its $1,000 price tag, but for features and firepower, it's arguably the best bullpup shotgun on the market. But what if you want a bullpup that's simple, light, and tough? Look no further than the Kel-Tec KS7. This might just be the shortest shotgun you can get with a stock that isn't an NFA item. It's only 26.1 inches long and weighs less than 6 pounds. It's short and sweet. Kel-Tec trimmed it down to one mag tube, which still holds a respectable 7 rounds of 2 3/4 inch shells. The barrel is 18.5 inches, and the 13-inch length of pull feels just right. Now I know it looks weird, but this gun handles beautifully. The pump is easy to grip, the controls are ambi, and because it ejects shells from the bottom, it's a lefty's dream. No hot brass to the face. That big carry handle is also your sight and your accessory rail. It looks a bit odd, but it makes mounting a light super easy, and the big green triangle sight is fast and perfect for close-range work. I was genuinely surprised by the KS7. It's reliable, fun, and proof that looks can be deceiving. Finally, let's talk about something completely different. Not everything has to be about urban combat. For those in rural areas, this might be the ultimate truck gun, the Thompson Center Encore pistol in .50 Alaskan. TC made history with their single-shot break-action pistols, and this is the king of the mountain. It's a handgun that can deliver rifle-level accuracy, and chambered in the powerhouse .50 Alaskan cartridge, it's an absolute thumper. This model comes with a bright metal finish, a heavy 15-inch barrel, a muzzle brake, and a 2.5 to 7 times handgun scope. The walnut grips are beautiful, and the wide trigger guard makes opening the action easy. This is not a beginner's gun. It's a single shot, and learning to shoot it accurately takes practice. You need a solid rest, maybe a bipod, and a slow, gradual trigger pull. But once you master it, these handguns are deadly at most rifle ranges. For a situation where you might need to take a long-range shot from a vehicle but want it in a pistol-sized package, the Encore is an unmatched, expert-level choice. So there you have it. Whether you prefer the slick concealability of a folding PCC like the FDP9, the raw, close-quarters power of a compact 12-gauge like the TAC-14, or the massive capacity of a bullpup like the M&P12, there is a perfect truck gun out there for your specific needs. For my money, if I had to pick one best all-around option from this list, I'd lean towards the Springfield Armory Kuna. The combination of its soft shooting action, compact size, ambidextrous controls, and overall shootability makes it an incredibly capable and practical choice for just about anyone. But that's just my take. The most important voice is yours. What's your go-to truck gun? Is there a firearm you think we missed? Drop a comment down below and let's talk about it. And if you found this breakdown valuable, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button, get subscribed, and ring the bell. You won't want to miss our next video, where we finally untangle that legal spiderweb and break down the laws you need to know for carrying a firearm in your vehicle.